Hey VC, it's Ryan. I'm back with another video. First off, before I start this video, I want to thank everybody who watched my introduction video, subscribed to the channel, and commented. It's really cool to open up a dialogue with people. But let's get into it, man. As you can see, the title for this video is It's a Punk Rock Christmas this year. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. Cheers. Let's kick it off right here, man. Let's get a little festive. I'm going to show you my punk rock Christmas picks, my playlist, what I'm playing during the holidays, and then after that, I'm going to show you some stuff that I recently picked up. But let's get a little festive here. Let's play some tunes. Let me get ready here. Here we go. Let's have it! It's gonna be. I got my hat going. Here we go. This is my punk rock playlist. This is a punk rock Christmas this year. We'll do the slow fade out here. Let's start off with what I just played. And it is the Ravers, 1977. It's a punk rock Christmas this year. Here it is. The Ravers are really cool. This song is hilarious, man. The lyrics, if I can remember them right, they're like, Farrah Fawcett will change your hairstyle for a day. The Queen will sing Anarchy in the UK. And old Mick Jagger will adopt a strangler's swagger. I think like in the middle of the song, too, they do like a breakdown where like Santa's asking a little boy, what do you want for Christmas, little boy? And the little boy goes, I want a damned LP with Eddie and the Hot Rods on the back, a color TV so I can kick it in. I want two copies of the Sex Pistols' God Save the Queen, and a subscription to Punk Magazine. That's a great start off to your punk rock playlist. It's a punk rock Christmas by the Ravers. The Ravers, before that, were a band called Daddy Maxfield, I think. I think that's what it was called. And they were kind of like funky stuff. It's cool. It's funky stuff, but not punk rock. This is the only thing I think they put out, but it's awesome. 1977, the Ravers, punk rock Christmas. Let's keep moving. Second one. This is one of my favorite EPs I have in my collection. It's the Millman Sec. And the song on this particular playlist for Christmas would be Punk Rock Christmas, Side A, track 1. And the lyrics are great too. It's like, he knows if you're a poser, he knows if you're a punk, he knows if you're sober, and he knows if you're drunk, because it's a punk rockin' Christmas. And while I have this in my hand, I'd love to talk about it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite EPs in my collection. It starts out with punk rock and Christmas, then it goes into a song called Stitches in My Head, and it like morphs into another song called I Want to Kill Somebody. And man, this is such good punk rock. This came out in 77 on Brits Records. This particular one is a reissue from 92 on a label called Bag of Hammers. If you're a fan of Urge Overkill, they did a cover of Stitches in My Head. I Want to Kill Somebody on Stull, I think was the name of the album. But yeah, Millman Sec, Punk Rock Christmas. Here's the label. Like I said, Bag of Hammers, 45. And the other side is a song called Teen Tour, which is also very cool. Next, moving on to one of my favorite punk bands, the Clown Princes of Punk. Everybody knows. How could you have a Christmas punk rock playlist without playing this song? Silent Night by the Dickies, 1978, A&M Records. Awesome. The Dickies were great, man. Like, their cover of Silent Night is awesome, but when the Dickies did covers, man, they did covers. Like Silent Night, the B-side, Sound of Silence, is the B-side to this single, which is awesome. And even it's on White Wax. Check it out. They did, even on their Incredible Shrinking Dickies album, their cover of Paranoid is Slamming. Awesome stuff. So we got the Dickies Silent Night. Next on the punk rock Christmas playlist. This is The Boys. To Hell with the Boys. This is an Italian reissue of the album. It comes with a nice gatefold. Pretty cool. Cool. But it's got some extra tracks on it, and one of them is The Yobs, and it's called Another Christmas. So the Yobs were the alter ego of the Boys, and this is great, man. Another Christmas. It's kind of in the same vein of the Ravers musically. The Ravers probably have cooler lyrics in theirs, I think. I'll give it to the Ravers on that one. But the Boys, one of my favorite punk bands. But I keep saying the Boys, it's the Yobs on this playlist. Another Christmas. It's a cool song. It's like talking about, drinking someone's crappy homemade wine and getting sick on the Christmas dinner and stuff. It's fun. The Yobs, Another Christmas. That's the fourth one, I think, there. So the next one, it's not Christmas until you play this song. Come on, man. And this one's got a lot of heat lately. I'm hearing like the BBC won't play it anymore because of its risque lyrics. But the Pogues and Fairytale New York. So I think it's the fourth track on the A side. Yeah, fourth track on the A side. I mean, come on, Kirsty MacColl on the female vocals, and they go back and forth. It's amazing. It's the punk rock. It's cold outside, And thinking like these radio stations won't play it anymore because of what it says and all that stuff. I mean, this is real life. This is a working man's Christmas song. This is real life, man. But Ryan Kidd, this YouTube channel, I have the solution to what we can replace the Pogues' Fairytale of New York with. I know it. And you've seen it here. You've seen it first on this channel. And I'm going to show it next. Where's Clark Griswold? I need drum roll. Here it is. To replace the Pogues' Fairytale of New York because it's just too offensive. We need something nicer. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen. G.G. Allen. G.G. Allen's Xmas song. Oh, I can see the eyes roll at the mention of a G.G. Allen record. Here it is. This song is so ridiculous. It's so over the top. This is a split with Algie Afterbirth. The B-side is Santa's Dead. Yeah, Santa's Dead. The B-side, I don't know. It's whatever. But you got this because it was the G.G. Allen Christmas song. It is so ridiculous. But please, if you like punk rock, or even if you don't, just listen to it and you'll laugh. You will laugh. It's so silly, ridiculous. Check it out. Make sure the kids are in bed when you check that one out. Moving on. The next song in our Christmas punk rock playlist is none other. Everyone knows it. It's The Damned. This happens to be a Damned best of. This is one of the first, I think it's the first Damned record I ever bought. Because I didn't know, I knew the name when I was a kid, and I didn't know anything about them, so I bought a best of. And if you're like looking in to get into the Damned, first off, just buy it. Start from the beginning and just keep going because it's just great stuff. But if you find this, pick it up. It's a little bit of mix of everything. But There Ain't No Sanity Clause. That's in the middle of this somewhere on side A. Raby's got scabies. What is the lyric? Raby's got scabies. Traded his hands for paws. Hasn't helped his drumming. I can't remember all the lyrics. Are great. There's no more foreign tours. Something like that. I don't know. But it's a great song, man. The Damned, Ain't No Sanity Clause. That's our next track on the punk rock playlist. Moving on. Oh, another classic band. Here we are. This is Stiff Little Fingers, the single At the Edge. But on the B-side is a live version of White Christmas. At the Edge is awesome. Stiff Little Fingers, man. Inflammable Material, one of my favorite punk albums of all time. At the Edge was on Nobody's Heroes, which is also excellent. But the B-side has a version of White Christmas. Essential to your punk rock playlist at Christmas time. But, it's almost in the category of it's so, like, bad and amateur that it's good, We didn't listen to Stiff Little Fingers for the Christmas songs, but here it is. At the Edge single, B-side, White Christmas. All right, let's go to the next one here. We're going to slow it down in the playlist with John Kale, Paris, 1919. Christmas, what is it? A Boy's Christmas in Wales? Child's Christmas in Wales. Side A, track 1. It's a great song. Really not punk rock, but we got to slow it down. You got to have some ebbs and flows in your playlist, and this could be one of them. It's a nice option. John Cale, Paris, 1919. Child's Christmas in Wales. All right, let's keep going. Oh, how could we have a punk rock Christmas without Fear? The B-side. I'll try to keep it clean for YouTube, but F Christmas. Classic Fear song, man. Just an awesome song. I play it every Christmas. It's just hilarious. It clocks in at probably under a minute. But it's so cool. Oh, here's a label. Nice Christmas red wax there. F Christmas. This also has I Love Living in the City, Now You're Dead. Great Fear songs, but we're talking Christmas here, man. We're talking about Fear Christmas songs. So it's a Fear twofer on Christmas. Here it is. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and Another Christmas Beer by Fear. So Another Christmas Beer is an awesome song. It's kind of along the lines of like F Christmas, but it talks about your in-laws you haven't seen in forever coming in and, just drinking to get through it. But the A-side is an actual Christmas song. It's Lee Ving singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And we all know, you listen to Fear records, Lee Ving's a great singer, But he really proves it on this. This is a nice little single. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I don't know if he turned a new leaf and decided Christmas isn't so bad. Good for him. So this is our last Christmas punk rock song, and probably the most notorious one punk rock wise is the Ramones. Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight, the last song on the Brain Drain album. And I can't believe that this is the first Ramones record that I'm showing on my channel is Brain Drain. It's got good songs on it. There's, Pet Sematary, I Believe in Miracles, and obviously Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight. Nice little insert, little brain in a jar there. Then you got the Ramones hanging out. I have an attachment to this song. One time I was on a tour and I was coming back and it was like right around Christmas. I was heading home and it was probably 2 days before Christmas, and there was like this massive snowstorm. And we were driving down the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and we were like, "Oh, we're hungry. We're gonna stop and get something to eat." And I mean, it was like snow where like you couldn't see 2 feet in front of you. And the snow was kind of getting me down. It was, you really want to spend time around your family during, the holidays, and I wasn't around. And I was feeling kind of down. And we stopped at this rest stop on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. We're going to get like Burger King or something. And I remember walking out of the car, and I'm feeling bummed out. And I walk into the rest stop, and since it was like this big snowstorm, no one was on the road, and the rest stop was completely empty. I've never been in a rest stop that just didn't have, some kind of busyness going on, and there was no one in there. It was just me and my buddy. And we walked in, and as I walked in, Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight was on. And I looked around and I was like, you know what, man, life is pretty good. It was like a sign. It was like, don't be sad. The Ramones are here for you. It's going to be okay. And I ate a Whopper and listened, we listened to the song and we laughed about it. And, it's how fitting that we walked in and the one punk rock Christmas song that they ever play is playing over the intercom at this Pennsylvania rest stop. But that's my story of Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight. And that's my punk rock Christmas playlist. There's some other things I would have liked to add, but I don't have them on vinyl, so that's what I have. And I hope you enjoy it. Crank it up. Have a good time during Christmas. And You know what? Let's get it going again. One more time. Let's get a little festive. We got an intro. Let's get an outro. Thanks again for watching. This is the Punk Rock Christmas playlist. It's gonna be a punk rock Christmas this year, but Santa's gonna be. Yeah. Slow fade. Alright, so I'm going to go over some things that I just kind of picked up recently, and we'll show you those. So the first one was a band. It's a band from New York. It came out in 2020. It's a band called Overdose. 2 Wheels and Gone. This came out on Splattered Records. And I got to say, if you're a fan of Motorhead, this is your band. This is Motorhead incarnate, man. This record's great. It's super heavy. It's really guitar-driven, riffy kind of rock. It's great, man. And they pressed 800 of these. 300 were on gold. I was one of the one that got the black 500, but hey, I'll take it, man. I was a little late to the party, but I saw them last year. They came down here and did a tour, and they were probably the loudest band that I have heard ever live. They were just, man, they were so loud. The only other band I could think of was louder, I saw Sonny Vincent play at a little club maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and man, Overdose is so loud, so cool. Just a really great band. Like I said, if you like Motorhead, if you like heavy rock and riff, kind of guitar riff driven rock, that's the band for you. I bought their singles that came out last year, and I loved them, and then they finally put the full length out, so definitely get it, man. 2 Wheels and Gone, Overdose. And so the guitar player, the singer of that band, I think his name is like Reed Brummer or something. He runs Splattered Records. So I have a lot of Splattered stuff because they reissue a lot of cool like old rock and stuff. But one I don't have, and when I was ordering the Overdose record, I saw this, and his name is Barryrolfe. Okay, and the single is called "Look the Business." B-side is "Molly Molly." If you look at the little tag there, it's proto-punk thug rock, and it's the perfect way to describe this little 7-inch. Like, it's like Barryrolfe almost wanted to do glam music, but was just too tough, and that's how it comes across. It's excellent. The A side, "Look the Business," is really cool, but I like the B side even better, "Molly Molly." It's really fuzzy guitar. The vocals are clean, but like he has some grit to his voice, and it's just really cool. Proto-punk thug rock is the perfect way to put this. So Barryrolfe, and Splattered, thanks to Splattered and a lot of these reissue labels, putting this stuff out. Like, I never would have heard this unless somebody reissued it in 2020. So that's great. Check it out. Barryrolfe, "Look the Business." B-side, "Molly Molly." So the second single that I picked up, I was cruising around YouTube just looking at like old Top of the Pops videos, and I found this band, and I thought they were really cool. I never heard them before. It was Tonight. The band is Tonight, and the single's called "Drummer Man." And I saw the performance on Top of the Pops, like super energetic. They're like, I would classify them. I heard it and I thought it was like pub rock. And first of all, what happened to pub rock? Why isn't that a genre anymore? It was really cool. It was like a mix of like old rock and roll and punk rock, and it was just, I love pub rock. No one plays pub rock anymore. But Tonight reminded me of a pub rock band. It reminded me of the Faces, like Rod Stewart and the Faces kind of deal. But yeah, Drummer Man's great. The B-side is "Stroll On By," which is a good song. It's not as good as Drummer Man, but yeah, this has like tons of little like Chuck Berry licks, catchy verses, catchy choruses. Tonight, drummer, man. The B-side is blank. I didn't get one with a picture sleeve. I wish the picture sleeve's cool on this, but my copy didn't have one, and that's okay. That's the way it goes. So my next newest pickup was the Spitz. The Spitz 6. So if you're not familiar with the Spitz, this is like Killed by Death kind of punk style stuff. It's so cool. This is their 6th album. If you like the other albums, you're gonna love this. Up All Night, At a Time, that's great. The Spitz usually play like really fast and stuff. I like when they get kind of mid-tempo, like Up All Night and Lose My Mind are great songs on this. But yeah, this is an awesome record. They put this out themselves, and actually to do a little, they did a little like a fundraiser for the album. You could buy this cassette. It was like $10, and it's a little live cassette. So I picked it up, and I love that kind of Killed by Death punk kind of stuff. And they do Kill from the Heart by the Dicks. They do Band-Aid by the Trend, which I love. And they even do a G.G. Allin cover on this, Bite It You Scum. But this has some classic Spitz songs on it too. So this paved the way for us to hear their new record, Spitz 6. If you like the old ones, pick it up. It's awesome. This is, if for those of you who haven't heard the Spitz, it's like the Stranglers with no class and the Ramones combined, and maybe a little Devo, I guess. But I don't know. It's lo-fi. It's awesome. Just listen to it. Just get it. It's great. There's a red version also, but I missed out on that. I pre-ordered it from them. And got the black version. So the next record I got, which I feel like is a kind of underrated band nobody really talks about from the 70s, was a band called Satan's Rats. And this was put out by Overground Records. This has, they put some singles out, In My Love for You, You Make Me Sick. Even those reissues of those 70s 7 inches are getting kind of pricey. So it was awesome that Overground put out this compilation. It was originally on CD, but this doesn't have all the tracks that the CD does. I wish they kind of did it like a double LP. I would have paid a little more to have everything. But yeah, like I said, those songs I mentioned before, Who Stole My Skateboard, Louise, this Year of the Rats, really great 70s punk rock. If you like, the Vibrators and the Damned and stuff like, you're gonna love this. It's right up your alley. Satan's Rats. They later became a band called the Photos, with a female lead singer. I can't remember her name at this point. But there's also, I got the black version. I found out that there's a black and white version. I don't know how many were pressed, but this is the label, simple label. Satan's Rats. They're a really cool band. Just picked that up. And the last album I'm going to show you is one of the innovators of rock and roll, one of the kings of rock and roll. He put out something, it's a lost album, really. They put it out for Record Store Day. And I love it, man. It's Little Richard's Southern Child. Now, I love the rock and roll Little Richard stuff. And this was really cool because it's really a departure from that stuff. And him kind of venturing into like country, but still keeping the rhythm and blues and still keeping, he's doing like funk kind of country and stuff. It's really cool. California, I'm Coming sticks out to me as the best song on the album. Southern Child, the name of the album, is great. Ain't No Tellin'. There's a lot of cool songs on here. But this is the Lost Little Richard album. And tell me, how could you tell me you wouldn't buy this? Look at this. Look at the cover. It's Little Richard milking a cow. If I never heard this and somebody was like, hey, there's a Lost Little Richard album and the cover is him milking a cow, I'd just say, sign me up. Just get me a copy. Just get me a copy. It doesn't even matter. I'm in. So Little Richard's Southern Child. This is really cool. Check it out. If you like Little Richard, you're going to love this album. If you like country, if you like funk, if you like R&B, this is really cool. It's awesome. And it came on yellow wax, and the vinyl's really heavy, Really heavy. But this is it. Not only do you get the cover, but you get a label of Little Richard milking a cow. And that's awesome. So that's one of the last things that I bought. I love this album. I think it's really cool. But thank you guys for watching. That's been my punk rock Christmas playlist. That's been my new pickups. And I will see you guys soon. I'll be posting soon. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.